this is a Bronco. So Bronco, here's an example of a Bronco. Okay, so in order to have a Bronco, you need to make sure that you need to have a very good handstand. If you have a good handstand, you are conditioned enough to do Bronco. Okay, so before we do to break down how to develop Bronco, you need to make sure that there are two elements to it. Firstly, to throw yourself, and then coming back. So those are the two elements that you need to work at. When you throw yourself, you need to have a very good knowledge of blocking. Now I'll explain what blocking is. Blocking is very important in tricking or breakdancing. Any movement, you need to understand what blocking is. Blocking is you need to try to get you need to get yourself on an angle so that it is easier for you to smoothly transition in a move. To get height, to get power, you need to know how to block. So for Bronco, the blocking is not from the legs. Blocking, we're going to block with our arms using our blocking. So the blocking is what you need to focus on when you're doing the first step is when you throw your hands, you need to make sure that your hand is locked. Okay, when you do any gymnastics move or any breakdancing or anything, your hand you need to be locked to avoid any injuries. Also, you need to make sure you warm up your wrist because it puts a lot of pressure on your wrist. So do some stretches for your wrist. So this is a good stretch. You can do one, okay, hold it for at least 20 seconds, then change direction, 2, and lastly this way. This is explained in the stretching guidance. So have a look at the stretching section to get your understanding of how to safely perform a move. Okay, now when you block, you need to make sure that you at least throw more than your half of your body distance. That's a good blocking distance for Bronco. So here's an example. So I throw and I come back. Okay? So first of all, you might just focus on getting into a handstand from there. So you throw your hands and try to land it into a handstand. First of all, like this. And come back down. That's fine. You can don't bring 2 foot down. You can bring one leg and one leg down. That's easier. That's to develop eventually when you develop the strength and technique, you'll be able to do a proper proper Bronco rather than a sort of another version of a Bronco. Okay? So first of all, to practice this move, make sure instead of having 2 foot together like a proper Bronco, you're going to have 1 foot. You can choose whatever direction you're comfortable with, either by moving off from your right foot or moving off from your left foot. Okay? So I'm doing it with my right foot. So I have my right foot forward, my left foot backwards. I'm going to throw, I'm going to put a lot of power. I'm going to throw from my back foot and bring all the connect all the power onto my right leg, and it will help me propel into throw my move into a handstand. So here it goes. So you see handstand and bring back down. That's fine. That's the movement you want. Okay. Eventually, when you get better at it, this is the step 2. Okay. So for step 2, you want to make sure that you're going to block. You're going to be on an angle. You're going to push off from your hands and come back on your feet like this. And push. Okay? So you go land and push. So at the moment it might not look like a Bronco, but you're building towards a Bronco. Now, so keep on practicing with one leg forward. Eventually, when you look smooth, when your Bronco is smooth like this, when it becomes effortless, like Okay, and it looks effortless, and you can do more than one at a time. So try to do it quickly. Another one as well. So you can go 1, come back, 2, come back, throw again. Okay, and as you can see how I keep control of my body. The main thing is about keeping balance and not falling down, and developing good habits to developing muscle memory. So now, to develop a proper Bronco, we're going to do the same step how we did for the one-legged, but now we're going to do it with 2 foot. So if you're strong enough now and you're happy to move on to attempting a Bronco, same technique. And you're going to throw yourself again, keeping your hands straight, okay, and try to be on an angle so it helps you to use your shoulder to pop back, and you're going to move. So this is how, try one instead of many. Try one Bronco, a good one. Focus on a good one. So you're going to use your knees to push off. So you need to have a little bend and then do a little dive, okay? And you're going to come back. So here, dive, push off. Again, I'll demonstrate. Hands up. Okay, and you can try to do it as in straight position as much as possible once you get better at it. So here, and back. Now, to perform, once you have a really good solid first Bronco, you're going to attempt, now you're going to do 2, and then you can build up the numbers for Bronco. So now we're going to focus on 2 Broncos. Again, good form, make sure you have a nice form. Okay, here, that's 2. Then we can try to aim for 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'll show how 5 looks like. Once you become, it will develop your endurance, power, strength, all at once, and it's a good conditioning move towards more advanced things as well, eventually. For tumbling, will help with tumbling, will help with tricking, with breakdance, it will help with all sorts. So it's a good conditioning and a nice move to show to your friends as well. So 5 Broncos.